Hello, Capricorn. The Yoga Mystic here at your service to do a weekly energy check-in tarot reading for the sun sign of Capricorn. I have cleared the energy, the space, and the cards with Palo Santo. Spirit, please preside over this reading for the sun sign of Capricorn. Allow your energy to flow through the cards in such a way that Capricorn receives the messages they need at this time. Okay. Capricorn, what's going on with Capricorn? A lot of people got this card last week. That was last week because Mercury is retrograde. This is a very Mercury retrograde kind of card. Seven of Pentacles. We are taking inventory. What is working? What isn't working? Mercury is a time for all the re's. Reassess, reevaluate, review, reflect, reset, right? So I think you're taking some time to take inventory of your life. What's working for you, what's not working for you, what's serving you, and where you want to go. A good question is, does this nourish the life I want to create? Does this nourish the life I'm trying to build? Two of Swords. Okay. Two of Swords can sometimes be this or that thinking. The blindfold is saying you might have fallen into duality of only seeing two possible outcomes. Like, I only can go this way or I only can go that way. The nice thing about Two of Swords is usually there's a third option we're just not seeing. There's another option you're not seeing. The Strength, the Emperor, and the Magician. The Strength is you're tapping into your heart energy. You're being strong right now. You're working on something, right? You're trying to, I'm going to remove the word trying. You're taking charge of your life. You're taking power. You're sitting on your throne. You're taking power over your empire, your world, your reality, right? And the Magician, you're trying to manifest something. So let's see. What is the Seven of Pentacles? Tell me more about the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so the Devil and the Page of Cups, this tells me you're trying to reevaluate the things that aren't serving you, the things that keep you stuck, and this can be a multitude of things. We all have our own vices, right? Excuse me. So, is it shopping and spending too much money? Is it eating late at night or eating junk food? Is it smoking, drinking? Is it doom scrolling or scrolling for hours on your phone when you know you should be getting things done? Like, you better than anybody. And there's the Page of Cups here. There's a dream, a vision inside of you of maybe your ideal self, your ideal life. And it's like these two things you're trying to kind of figure out, right? How can I bring, and that's interesting, Two of Swords. It's like I either stay stuck or I go to live the dream. I either stay stuck or I go to live the dream, or, take action on my vision. And I would say, because there's another option you're not seeing, maybe it's small little things. A lot of times us humans, we tend to be all or nothing mindsets, right? So it's like, oops, I, ate that ice cream. Okay, But sometimes the all or nothing, well, because I ate that ice cream, I might as well eat the whole ice cream, you know. I don't know. I can't eat a whole ice cream thing, but like, you know what I'm saying. What's another example? So like say you're trying to quit smoking and you have one cigarette and you're like, oh, well, I already screwed up and had that one cigarette. Might as well just smoke the whole pack. You know, it's like, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing. Allow yourself these little things, whether it's a little bit of ice cream, a little bit of chocolate cake, that one cigarette, that one drink, you know. But, you know, can you start cutting back? Can you, you know, maybe it's I want to exercise because I need to lose weight. Today I didn't go jogging for an hour, but maybe I got on the treadmill for 15 minutes. Maybe I did a little bit of yoga, you know, like I think you're being really hard on yourself. I think you're a little stuck in this all or nothing. And so life is about the journey, not the destination. And yeah, you still might reach this vision of ideal life, ideal self, but Rome wasn't built overnight. So I think that you need to give yourself some slack and see where you can it's okay. To me, long lasting change starts with little changes every day. Little changes, something small, and then the next day another something small, and then the next day a little something small. So a lot of times when we bite off more than we can chew and we say, oh, we're never going to do this again, and then we do it, you know, it's like taking 2 steps forward, 5 steps back, right? Because then once you do something or that goes against what you said you wouldn't do, there's this shame and this guilt that comes in, and then this like F it attitude, right? Of like, well, I screwed up. So I think little wins, give yourself little wins. Okay. All right. Enough. We're going to move on. Strength, Emperor, Magician. Why is the Strength, the Emperor, and the Magician here? Strength, Emperor, Magician. Strength, Emperor, Magician, Capricorn. Why is the Strength, Emperor, and Magician here for Capricorn? Ugh, I don't like it when they come out in big bundles. That to me is not clear. I like clear, obvious messages. Strength, Emperor, Magician. Yeah, you are going through a transformation, and there's 8 of Cups. You're walking away from something. I think there is something that you're trying to give up. And it's going to be different for all of you, right? One person might be giving up drinking. One person might be giving up smoking. One person might be giving up, you know, toxic relationships, addiction to sex. One could be giving up addiction to food, addiction to shopping, you know. You are transforming. You will walk away from it. But again, Rome wasn't built overnight. Okay, so Spirit, advice and guidance. Advice and guidance for Capricorn. For 1, celebrate your wins. Celebrate when you do something, even if it's little. Like I got on the treadmill for 15 minutes. Yay! You know, give yourself some kind of accolades. It doesn't have to be food, right? But it can be, excuse me, it can be, I'm going to take 10 minutes and just relax and not do anything or worry about my projects or my work or my career. You know, it could be taking time for yourself, or it could be, okay, here's one. If you're trying to quit smoking, the money that you would have spent, right, on smoking, you put into a jar. You know, you're saving up for a vacation or a trip, you know, some kind of celebration. Spirit wants you to celebrate your journey, celebrate what you've been through, celebrate how far you've come, celebrate those wins when you do something. Two of Pentacles. Spirit wants you to see both sides of a coin. Okay. Okay, yeah. Spirit wants you not only to celebrate how far you've come, where you were before, where you are now. Use this Mercury retrograde to really reflect on the contrast on where you were before and where you are now. I think you are being hard on yourself, and Spirit's like, whoa, look at where you are. Look at how far you've come. Don't forget. Any other advice and guidance? Any other advice and guidance for Capricorn? Okay. King of Swords. Be logical, discerning. Use your wisdom. Oh, don't forget about your light and how bright you shine. Maybe you don't see it. A lot of times we don't see it, how bright and wonderful our light is. The people around us, though, do. But it's important that you see it. You see your light. You appreciate and value yourself, you know? Okay, what's the final outcome? Final outcome. The World. Okay, so it's the ending and the beginning. So there's something phasing in. Well, I should word this correctly. There's something phasing out and something phasing in. That's another thing too. If you are giving up something, it creates a void. And it's important to be mindful with what are we going to replace it with. So whatever it is that you're giving up, what can you replace it with? Something healthier. Maybe if it's drinking, you're replacing it with yoga. Maybe if it's toxic relationships, you're replacing it with more reading or going back to school. If it's if it's shopping, maybe you're going to start doing something for yourself, like taking bubble baths and painting your nails, or, you know what I mean? Like pampering yourself in some sort of way, you know, like just, I know these are probably silly examples, but hopefully they kind of get you going and think about your own personal situation. Whatever it is that you're giving up, make sure you're replacing with something healthier and something that nourishes you. Okay. So something phasing in, something phasing out. It's a closing of a chapter. It's like the ending, but it's also the beginning too. And it's a very positive, successful, and prosperous card. So I really believe in you, that you are going to succeed. And Spirit believes in you too, that you will succeed at this. Okay, let's get you a Wisdom of the Buddha Oracle deck. Is the deck I'm using this week for the oracles. And let's get one card for Capricorn. Okay, we've got the Student and the Buddha. The tongue, like a sharp knife, kills without drawing blood. And the reason I show you the artwork is because these cards all have individual, you know, different artworks on the back. And this is when you have the Student and the Buddha. So let's read. It's 29. It's an 11. 11 is a master number, spiritual number, about evolving and ascending and awakening. Okay, so avoid gossip and abstain from it. What is heard here, do not repeat there, causing dissension. What is heard there, do not repeat here, causing dissension. Unite those that are divided, and those that are united, encourage. Harmony gladdens, delight and rejoice in harmony. It is harmony that is spread by your words. So make sure the way that you're talking to yourself, be mindful of the way you're talking to yourself. So like when I said you're probably being really hard on yourself, what is that inner dialogue? When you do have that one thing of ice cream or you don't jog that one day? Do you beat yourself up? Can you start being nicer? Can you go from being your number one critic to being your number one cheerleader? Can you do that for me, for you? Avoid harsh language and abstain from it. Speak words that are gentle, soothing to the ear, loving, heartfelt, courteous and clear, and agreeable to many. Like the way that you speak to yourself. Would you speak to a small child like the way you know? Can you be gentle and soothing? If you're going to succeed, you're going to need you to nourish and care for yourself and talk kindly to yourself and to cheer yourself on, encourage yourself, not beat yourself down and fill yourself with shame and guilt just so you know, it only leads to screwing up again, screwing up more, right? Okay. The Dharma Chakra Mudra. Okay. That is the mudra. The Dharma Chakra Mudra. The Wheel of Dharma gesture. Now, Dharma means your truth, like living your divine truth. Okay. The Wheel of Dharma gesture is held in front of the heart. This is a reminder of the Eightfold Path. Right speech is one of the 8 practices. Avoid using speech as a weapon. Only speak that which is true and beneficial. So you may even want to take up this mudra for yourself when you're having a craving or feeling a loss or feeling that void or, you know, whatever anxiety. Take up this mudra. And when you're doing the mudra and you close your eyes and you take a deep breath, I want you to see that ideal version, the ideal life. See it in your mind's eye, feel it in your heart. And can be something that you replace something with. Maybe this fills a void for you and can be something that you do to soothe yourself. Deep breathing with the mudra and the visualization, the timeline that you're bringing in, that you're manifesting. Magician card. Okay. All right, Capricorn. You got this. You got this. You got this. I'll be here next week. If you want to leave anything in the comments about your journey, you're more than welcome to. I'd love to hear about it, and I wish you all the best.